During the 1930s and 1940s, the Imperial Japanese Army operated a secret facility in occupied China. Inside, prisoners were deliberately infected with deadly diseases. They were subjected to frostbite testing, biological weapons trials, and surgical procedures without anesthesia. Thousands died, and after the war, many of those responsible were never prosecuted. Like, share, comment, and subscribe if you believe history, especially its darkest chapters, must never be forgotten. This is the documented history of Unit 731, based on post-war testimonies, war crimes investigations, declassified U.S. records, and the findings of historians. Unit 731 was established in the early 1930s under the direction of Shirō Ishii, a physician and officer in the Imperial Japanese Army. Japan had invaded Manchuria in 1931, establishing the puppet state of Manchukuo. Ishii believed biological warfare could give Japan a strategic advantage. By 1936, Unit 731 was formally organized near Harbin, in Pingfang District, in occupied China. Officially, it was called the Epidemic Prevention and Water Purification Department of the Kwantung Army. In reality, it was a biological and chemical warfare research facility. Its operations were classified. Prisoners, mostly Chinese civilians, but also Koreans, Soviets, and others, were detained under secrecy. Historical estimates of victims vary. Many scholars cite figures ranging from several thousand, over 10,000 who died in the facility. The documented activities of Unit 731 included deliberate infection of prisoners with plague, cholera, typhoid, and anthrax; vivisection, surgical procedures performed without anesthesia; frostbite experiments to test tissue damage; weapons testing involving grenades and flamethrowers on restrained prisoners. These details are supported by testimony given in the 1949 Khabarovsk war crime trials conducted by the Soviet Union and later corroborated by Japanese researchers and historians. Former members of Unit 731, including staff interviewed decades later, confirmed participation in human experimentation. Plague-infected fleas were bred and tested. There is documented evidence that biological agents developed by Unit 731 were deployed in parts of China, including Ningbo and Changde, causing outbreaks. These were not battlefield accidents. They were deliberate experiments. If you believe historical truth matters, even when it is uncomfortable, like and share this video so more people understand what happened. Unit 731 was not acting alone. It operated alongside related units, including Unit 100 and others, within Japan's biological warfare network. Research focused on weaponizing pathogens for potential large-scale use. Japan's military leadership approved and funded these programs. During the Second Sino-Japanese War, biological agents were released in certain regions, contributing to disease outbreaks among civilian populations. Scholarly research and Chinese archival material document these events. However, precise casualty numbers remain debated among historians due to wartime conditions and incomplete records. What is clear? Biological warfare research and human experimentation were systematic, not isolated incidents. In August 1945, the Soviet Union invaded Manchuria. As Japan surrendered, Unit 731 personnel destroyed facilities and attempted to eliminate evidence. Some records were burned. Structures were demolished. After the war, the Soviet Union conducted the Khabarovsk trials in 1949, convicting several individuals involved in biological warfare. However, a major historical controversy emerged. U.S. occupation authorities, seeking biological warfare data during the early Cold War, granted immunity to some Unit 731 leaders, including Shirō Ishii, in exchange for research findings. This arrangement has been documented in declassified U.S. archives and scholarly studies. Unlike the Nuremberg trials in Europe, many Unit 731 figures avoided prosecution. Ishii reportedly lived quietly in Japan after the war and died in 1959. For decades, public discussion of Unit 731 in Japan was limited. In later years, historians, journalists, and survivors pushed for recognition. In 2018, Japan's National Archives released a list identifying thousands of Unit 731 personnel. Museums and memorials now exist in Harbin to document the atrocities. The story of Unit 731 is now widely acknowledged by historians as one of the most severe cases of wartime human experimentation in the 20th century. Unit 731 reminds us that science without ethics can become a weapon, that secrecy can protect atrocity, and that justice is not always immediate or complete. The victims were civilians. The experiments were real. The consequences still echo. History is not just about victory and power. It is about accountability. If you believe the truth must be preserved, like this video, share it, comment your thoughts, and subscribe for more in-depth documentary explorations of the events that shaped our world, even the ones many tried to erase.